Hi there, welcome to another week of Counter-Strike game and skin market update. This is Skinomics2, and this video covers the 3rd to 9th of March 2025. A quick word from our sponsor CS Money before we dive in. Go to trade mode, easily find the skin you want, and trade it in a few seconds. You can fund your purchases via your skins or a variety of methods. For something different, big discount on skins, you should definitely try the market mode. It is peer-to-peer, so it means you can find very good deals there. You can sell your skins instantly as well to cash out. Follow the link in the description and start trading skins the best way. Now, let's dive right into the headlines. Starting with the Armory Pass, the demand for the pass has dropped to an all-time low. Nearly all items have dropped in return this week despite remaining slightly profitable. It has been 22 weeks since the introduction of the pass. Looking ahead, the Shanghai Major Contender team stickers still have an ROI above 100%, which is quite amazing given they have been on sale for a month now. This week, the Legend autographs moved ahead of the Legend team stickers as there were more demand for Donk, Nico, and MoneyZ stickers. Overall, the return for Shanghai sticker unboxings remain abnormally high. Moving on to our first big headline, and it is the community favorite map of Cash has returned to CS2. The map has been massively overhauled for CS2 and it looks quite nice. However, the map was actually published earlier than the author FM Poem wanted to, as there was a leak which would have caused an unreleased version of the map to be published unofficially. As a result, there are still places where Cash needs polishing. For example, it was discovered a rock face shown on the top left had over 100,000 surfaces, which is very unoptimized. Unfortunately, there are also no news at this stage whether Valve will adopt this map into the game. Next, I want to touch on CS2 total skin market cap reaching a new all-time high at $4.3 billion. The last high was reached during May 2024 in the lead up to CS2. This is thanks to stable growth over the past few months, including a recent 30-day surge of 10%. For reference, the smallest S&P 500 company trades now at $4.6 billion, which we are encroaching on. As compared by Bloomberg reporter Cecilia, CS2 skins have done comparatively better against the recent return to the S&P and other alternative assets such as Bitcoin. I think this presents great evidence of Counter-Strike skins acting as a more idiosyncratic investment, or at least one which is less reacting to political influences. Shifting gears, Price Empire released some additional data this week as well, which shows Buff dominates the second and third largest peer-to-peer platforms in terms of listing value, although all three platforms are quite liquid in totality. Staying on the topic of Buff, the platform has again allowed cases this week, but it was very strange. For a bit of background, Buff163 is owned by NetEase. It banned cases and foreigner access to the platform in May 2024. This week, it brought back trading for 8 cases that are shown on the left, which excludes older cases, souvenir packages, and sticker capsules. Moving on, let's talk Tyloo and their meteoric run in the ESL Pro League Season 21 this week. They have upset 3D Max, Eternal Fire, and FlyQuest to reach the second stage of the tournament, in which they lost against Spirit, Na'Vi, and Gamer Legion. Regardless, their performance earned the support of the Chinese fans who have been repressed for a long time, which led to their stickers, especially G's, skyrocketing. Their run also gave them the 4th position on the Valve ranking in Asia, which means they will have a chance to qualify for the next major in June. ESL's Pro League also brought another highlight this week, whereby Senzu pulled off an incredible 3K against G2. Players are already calling for the spot on Dust2 to be renamed Senzu in honor of this performance. Let's take a look.
Now to the necessary trade. There is still a Senzu to be found, and actually Blitz chips away over the CT smoke. Window no scope from Senzu! Oh, no way! It's a perfect end to a disastrous map from G2!
On a lower note, the Australian CS2 team Tyloo disbanded this week. Their 32nd position on the Valve Asian ranking means they have no chance to qualify for the next major, hence it was a financially optimal decision to make. ESIC are currently investigating ATOX for match fixing. It is unknown at this stage what the outcome will be, however, this can have interesting consequences given their 4th position on the rankings. Chinese teams like Tyloo and Limvision could benefit from this. ESIC have also found Gaining Ho guilty of violations this week, although the player has already retired. He played for Sangul and TNL during the periods of suspected violation. Finally, let's move on to our weekly craft idea. I have a roast craft for you this week ahead of the White Valentine's Day. For those that do not know, White Valentine's is celebrated in East Asia whereby people return gifts to their other half from Valentine's Day. The craft is very simple. Place a Ford sticker from Paris over a Sprout sticker from Rio, both in glitter. Switching gears to the market, the Skinomics 2 index, which contains a list of items I used to represent the market, increased by a massive 4.75% this week, marking the 9th week of increases in succession. This week's increases is thanks to a couple very large rises. In a similar fashion, the eSports Fire Index, which contains a list of 300 high-value liquid items, continues to increase as well. I think this week is the 4th time I increased the access label on the left of the graph, which just shows how much the market has ran. Moving on to buff value of trade and trade volume data sourced from iTrade.gg. Volume is stable but slightly down on the platform since the Chinese New Year. This week, I am introducing the total value and volume graph with data sourced from SceneDT. The data is compiled using algorithmic estimations and shows a great indication of global liquidity for skin trading. As we can see, daily value of trade has surpassed $10 million in the past month. Now, let's break the skin market movements down into categories. Starting off with knives and gloves, this category was a clear winner this week. Higher tiered weapon skins followed suit, although I do want to highlight the 26% increase to the Cyrex is above the market trend. Agents have had a week of massive increases as well, with Rixor at an 11% gain. Last but not least, we saw affordable weapon skins increasing with the overall market. Moving on, according to CS2 case tracker, case unboxing numbers trended up again to 6.2 million this week, despite CS2 never reaching the player record set by CSGO. Note that 6.2 million unboxings means $15 million just in keys revenue for Valve. However, perhaps due to the already prohibitively expensive case prices, they showed mixed results this week. This was the same between non-active and active case prices, which were also a mixed bag, with Revolution case actually losing 5% in value in the week. Let's now take a glimpse at this week's biggest winners and losers. Thanks to G's performance as covered in the headlines, he was the biggest winner this week, with other Tyloo stickers in 2nd and 3rd places. Amazingly, there were no significant losers at all this week. On to the top trades of the week sourced from the skin trading site iTrade.gg. On buff, the first place was a red line adorned with 4 Cato 14 Reason Hollows selling for $31,000. The second place was a pair of low float crimson kimonos. Interestingly, according to the Steam guide, this pair is actually tier 4. The third place was a low float pair of hedge mazes. CS Float also had an intriguing sale this week, and it was a Wild Lotus with 4 paper Cato 14 mouse stickers selling for $14,700. Moving on to game news, there were no updates this week. Now onto the pro scene. There are 14 teams left in the Season 21 of ESL as of this video. The competition currently has no single favourites to win. Looking ahead, invites for Blast Lisbon Opens and PGL Bucharest have been sent out. Note that for Blast Lisbon, Atox has been replaced by the Huns as stated in our headline section. In other news, longtime legend of the game, Guardian, has retired. His career started all the way back in 2006, and he has played for both NIP and FaZe in his prime. Config departed NIP. Red Canet signed Drop. Complexity laid off their coach TC. I am still open to skin donations and a reminder to join my Discord. Please like, share and subscribe. On that bombshell, that was all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.